chatting to Rosemary Joziasse, a Cavan Town lady, and Rosemary is here to tell us about Cuan. And Cuan is a relatively new group, I think 7 years you said, and it helps, it supports people who are victims of cancer. Rosemary, first of all, explain Cuan.
Cuan started up about 7 or 8 years ago. It didn't start in Cavan Town, it started in Cootehill. There were 3 or 4 ladies in Cootehill who had had cancer, a couple of diagnoses at different times through their lives, and they had nowhere to go, nowhere to talk, nobody to talk to, and they needed something to meet up, have a chat. It wasn't always about cancer, and that's how Cuan started. Cuan means haven, stillness, quiet's an Irish word.
But
not great at Irish.
C-U-A-N.
C-U-A-n, yes. It's also, you can have it as cancer understanding and nurturing, and that's basically our aim. Is we're there for people who have had a cancer diagnosis. I've been through it myself, and when I joined Cuan about 4 or 5 years ago, I needed somebody to talk to, needed somebody to understand, because when you're going through your treatment, everything is happening, you're in the system, and then suddenly you're dropped. That's it, you're finished, we're finished with you, you're okay, but you're not really okay. So you need somebody to talk to, somebody to help you along the road, somebody to listen that understands.
So what exactly does the work of Cuan do? Does it, tell me how, proceeds for Cuan, how does it work?
Right, the proceeds for Cuan, the proceeds are going to stay in Cavan. We're now in Cavan Town since about January, February of this year. We have obtained a house from the council behind the John Sullivan home, and in that we have a drop-in centre. We're open 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and Tuesdays and Thursday we set aside for counselling, alternative therapies, or complementary therapies I should say, like reflexology, body massage, Reiki, Indian head massage, and all of these services are free to people who have had a cancer diagnosis, survivors, their families, and close relatives if they feel that they need counselling or feel they need a treatment, and that's where our funds are going to.
And of course that's why I'm speaking to Rosemary today, is that although this historical and military weekend is free for everybody around, there are people with buckets and they want you to put donations into the buckets, and Cuan is the principal
One of the main
charities that will receive money for that. So that's exactly where your money is going. Is it just for women?
No, it's for men. I have to say men, it's very hard to get men into the group. Men are inclined to keep to themselves. They don't talk as much as women do. We are trying in the future to maybe set up a man's group run by a man if possible. We have an idea. We've heard of a lot of people around the area who have had testicular cancer, prostate cancer. They're the 2 main ones for men, and we're trying to start a group up to get them out talking, get help for them. Well, they can help themselves when they start talking.
So it's run totally on monies donated to Cuan?
Yeah. We do get a donation from the Cancer Society once a year for counselling, but it's nothing compared to the amount of money that we spend on counselling. That is our main expenditure, really. I think we could spend maybe up on €30,000 a year just on counselling, and it's not going to get any less, because with our drop-in centre now, we have more people dropping in and looking for counselling and looking for therapies. So all that has to be paid for.
And of course, as you were saying there, Rosemary, and very well stated, so that when a person is diagnosed with cancer, the medical treatment sets in. You go to the hospital, you get your chemo, you have your maybe possibly invasive surgery, whatever, you get your medications afterwards. But then, you're after getting one hell of a shock to the system and to the soul, and as you say, that's forgotten about. Yeah. And this is where, in a subtle way, this is taking care of that.
Exactly, because I experienced it. Your family doesn't understand it. I was the first person in my family to get cancer. They don't understand what you're going through, so they don't. You can talk to them, but they can't help you. Nobody can help you. It's only when you've gone through that yourself, and somebody has gone through the cancer treatment or whatever, they're the people who understand what you're going through. They say, oh yeah, I had that. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So
that's
it's
normal.
great to go to the drop-in centres
Definitely,
and to
yes.
meet people who have suffered this as well.
Yeah.
Now, for families as well, as you say, families don't understand people who aren't in the same place as the person who suffered the cancer. Is there any help for people in families to understand?
Oh yes, there is. For, let's say, families, if there are families with young children from 6 up into 12 years of age, we have what's it called? We have a group for just targeted for children. We need at least 6 children to start the group, and it has to be children of parents who or a family member that are going through cancer. We haven't been able to start it up yet. We were nearly there once, but it didn't work out. And I don't know an awful lot about it. A few of our volunteers have trained in it, and it's just like a child's way, a younger person's way of helping them to understand what their parent or their family member is going through, and how express their feelings on it.
Okay, so Rosemary, do you have, apart from depending on the generosity of people at an occasion like this, do you have flag days? What other ways do you have of raising money?
Now, in September, starting on the 22nd of September, we're going to have a whole week of sort of activities. It's starting off on the 22nd of September. The Ballyhaise Community Group are doing a tractor run around Cavan. They did it for us last year, and they gave us the proceeds from the bucket collection, so we'll be looking for volunteers to go out with the buckets on the 22nd of September. Then on the 23rd of September, Lorraine O'Neill has organised a Look Good, Feel Great masterclass Ladies' Day out in the Kilmore Hotel, where there will be makeup, hair wigs, prosthesis, all that information for people who have been through cancer. There's Prosecco reception, afternoon tea and goodie bags, and lots of other little things going on that day. And then that whole week we hope to have the centre open every day that people can drop in. I think one day we're going to have therapies for people, just kind of a pamper day for people. Walk in, 10 or 15 minutes of pamper day. And then on Friday we're going to have our official opening, and we have a very celebrated chef doing our opening.
Go on, tell us. Can you break the news here?
Oh, well, I'm sure I can. We're having Nevin Maguire.
Excellent.
Is going to be our opening celebrity chef on the afternoon. And then that's on the Friday the 28th, and then on Sunday the 30th, Lorraine has also organised a Skoda bicycle run. I'm not exactly sure what it involves, but the funds for that will be going to Cuan, and also tractor run and the Ladies' Day. So hopefully it will be a good boost to our funds.
Oh, excellent, well done. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Rosemary. You're looking absolutely fabulous. You're looking great. Keep it going, and it's great to see that people in similar circumstances are looking after each other, and we wish you the very best, and I'm sure everybody does with your fundraising. And thank you for the work you're doing in Cavan.
And thank you very much, Áine, and also thank you very much to this group for the whole weekend and for their contribution towards our group.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.